check for me. Taking time out to be and live my life off screen. Taking time out to be and live my life. Taking just a and live my life. Take it personal. We just building. It's the season, lay foundation. Make a name for generations, please, and make a then take a break or a little vacation and chasing blues away. You always posting the pictures, trying to look like you winning, or look like you always be working, soaking the moments you live in. Yeah, you got the nerve to be on me, shaking your life for the IG. If you got my number, don't ask me, 'cause baby, I'm a hiatus. I'm a hiatus. I'm a hiatus. I'm a hiatus. Baby, don't check for me. Taking time out to be and live my life off screen. Taking time out to be and live my life. I'm in a place serene and pure and free. Hey, I ain't worried about what the wave only will be about me. Yeah. Oh, I'm taking time out to be and live my life off screen. Taking time out to be and live my life.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, you guys. Good morning. Whoa, you guys. Hold on here. You guys. Y'all didn't like yesterday, huh? Nobody liked yesterday. Um, mm, mm, ah, mm. Everybody's got Everybody's got something to say. Oh my God. Everybody has something to say. I read a lot of comments and everything, you know. I'm only going to be on here just for a minute because I'm going to just leave this here on y'all brain today, which is it's just me and it's just my freaking thoughts, my freaking opinions, and I still stand where I stand. You know, nothing changes with me, but let's do this right quick. Let's do this. Let me see. Let's read this together right here, you guys. Let's do this. Okay? Let's share this. All right, let me find where I am. No, I don't want that. Okay, so yeah, you guys see the article, right? And this caught my attention. I'm not gonna lie, you guys. This article here, not this article, but the message. It was one thing in the message from last night that just caught my attention, and I just got something to say about it. Oh yeah, I got something to say about this. Did you guys have something to say about it? Because I have something to say about it. Caught my freaking attention, but let me find you guys. Okay, so, hello, Roland. Roland, I think I'm going to need one of your songs today. I need some inspiration today. These new hours and waking up with these birds is crazy, but hello, sweetheart. Hello, everybody. Like I said, I was saying, you guys, it was something in the message. Okay, why have my screen stop? Oh, it will not. Come on. Why won't it let me show this? Are you serious? Your screen sharing is paused. Why? Why? Okay, we're gonna try it again. It let me try it again, you guys. For some reason, it paused that article. Da, da, da. I don't know why. Let me try it again. Let me try it again. It's pausing the article. I may have to find a different one. But let's try to get through it. The Near West Side, an Atlanta TV news crew stalking out R. Kelly's Near West Side studio last Sunday had its car keys swiped. Okay? So you know you can say, well, there might be some facts to that part of the message from last night, right? On the IG video. And the crew said that it believes that it was by a member of the singer's entourage. I wish I could get my thing out. So we're gonna circle the member. The member. Members is part of what it says in the indictment as far as the racketeering. If Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly must go, they says that, you know, you heard Avenatti, which we don't like. We don't like him. I get that. And craziness and stuff, right? But they all must go. Since we all wants to point a finger at every single body, everybody. I gotta find my ponytail holder, y'all. It says here that at about 11:30 p.m. on a Sunday, Chicago police responded to a theft in the 200 block of North Justine Street. An officer, Michael Carroll, spokesman with the Chicago Police Department in Kelly's studio, is located in that block. A person got out of a black SUV, entered into the victim's 2018 Chevy Malibu, and took the key from the center console before fleeing the scene. So you know that it's a black SUV. Go see who owned and who drove the black SUV. Go see who owned and no, the victim was the news person that was in the Chevy Malibu. I think it shows it in the one of those pictures. I think it was in. So go see who was driving the black SUV, you guys, around 11:30 p.m. You have to go do your homework on some things. No one was arrested. No further details were immediately available on Monday. Now, this part right here where it says no one was arrested. That's that's puzzling right there, right? Especially when you hear the message on the IG video. And where I'm from, if you can tell the story, then why didn't the formal procedures didn't happen? I gotta ask. I gotta ask y'all. I gotta ask. I'm sorry. I just, oh God, I gotta ask that. I gotta ask that because right now it became important in the it just became important to point out, you know what I'm saying, to bring back that part of the event that went on. You know, that was one of the main pieces that was pointed out. But I asked myself, well, why? You know, like, why are we telling now? I don't know. Why are we telling? And since, you know, everybody believes out here that, you know, the one guy that's pretty much the main topic for this week's episode, which is Don Russell, I'll go back to a lot of the things that he says along with Bookham. If this is so, why has he not been arrested? The message from the IG, and it says that he was there. You know, a lot of people were there. Why did they not have him arrested? I don't give a damn if it was because he's allegedly took the keys from the Chevy Malibu. So why did he take the keys from the Chevy Malibu? This can work two ways. You know, you got half of the people out there that can say, well, you know what? He was shady. He was fucked up. He did this. He did that. And he was a con. He was scamming. He did all of this stuff, right? But we're going to go back just a little bit further than with the scamming situation of it, right? Police didn't provide any specifics in whether the victims were news reporters from another state or alleged confrontations. So, and then blah, blah, blah on the Twitter. Here you go with a bunch of the comment from Jonathan Carson says, breaking news, investigative team confronted who we believe to be R.Kelly as he was whisked out of Chicago recording studio late Sunday night. At the same time, the driver of an SUV leaving the studio jumped in the vehicle and stole our keys. Now, let's talk about that. Let's talk about it, y'all, for a second. It says here that an investigative team, they confronted who believed to be R.Kelly. He was being whisked. He was getting whisked. They knew that this media was out there. Whisked out of the Chicago recording studio. We're talking about the news media, right? The news media. But someone in the SUV truck prohibit them from following along. That's how I look at it. I don't know how y'all look at it. They took the keys. If they took the keys, then that means that somebody was trying to stop this news media from following behind Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly. I don't know how y'all look at it. And, you know, that's that's just how I look at it. And I'm sorry. That's just how I look at it, you guys. It is what it is. You know? Oh, I don't know. I don't know. But I get it. Everybody is going to point fingers. Everybody is going to point the fingers. Says here the renewed attention has been focused on Kelly following the release of a 6-part docuseries. So you can see why the news media was out there. You can see why they were out there. They want every bits and pieces of what's going on with Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly. Okay. It says last week, the Associate Judge Patricia Bell Reed made an emergency motion limiting the use of the studio space from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. according to the court documents. And Kelly was ordered to remove the mattress in the space immediately. So the building is currently zoned for manufacturing. And as we know, the building is now up on the market for a little bit of $4-point-something million dollars. And that's where you are with that. And I guess this is what last month at R.Kelly recording studio turned up a message table decorating a Christmas tree and sparkly. So this is pictures of what the studio had converted to during Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly's stay there while he was spending most of his time, allegedly, from what we all know, in the recording studio. So he just made the studio as comfortable as possible because I guess he hardly ever left there, only when it was time for to do other business such as concerts or, you know, meeting with more people outside of the studio. So, and lots of people, as they say, came to this studio. With this massage bed, I remember, who was that? Fat Joe or somebody even spoke on about how he was able to even go into the back and have his own personal dentist. That's a lady right there, though, y'all. I don't know who that lady is, but that's a lady. After the inspections, and the city alleged in a complaint that the inspectors found people were living in the space and noted several apparent violations. Now I'm curious about who this lady was. This picture was taken in January 16, 2019. Oh, who is this lady right here? Who is that lady? Who's that lady? The complaint also alleges that the building was originally used as photography studio, but new houses a steam room, sauna room, recording, kitchen, plant. I know when they get this stuff out here and they auction all this stuff off, I'll be wanting part of my money back that I paid for that. But let's get up out of here and talk about it for a split second, because I have to giddy up here. Giddy up. There we go. I was on the screen, but now it's not. So, stupid camera. We'll wait and see if it'll pop back on. I don't know. But the camera is on. I have to probably get a new one here soon, because sometimes, or maybe I need to update the driver on it. I don't know. But what do you guys think? What do you guys think? What do you guys are thinking out there? Because here's what I'm thinking. Let me tell you what I'm thinking. soon as I can get. That probably so. I don't know. I don't know. Beauty, can you still hear me or no? Okay, give me a second because the Zoom is acting weird. Acting weird. It didn't shut down, so it's not responding right now. So give me a second. Okay, but the Zoom is acting weird. Every time you show something about Mr. Kelly, I have problems with this damn Zoom. I really, really do. So, but I'm just saying, here's where I'm gonna go with this, you guys, because I could tell you everything. If you want the truth, if you're looking for the truth, I am not looking for the sole truth of all of this because I'm not going to be prosecuting or in the courtroom to do a defense team for Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly. You say, can I do cliff notes on yesterday? I missed it. I must have go back. Which one? On which one, Roland? The one on my shits and giggle one? On the shits and giggle? I'm going to close this out, you guys. Have to give me a minute. I think that if you guys would go back, and this is just me, like I say, if you guys go back and you have a person that's laying, you hear Teddy? You say you hear Teddy? If you can go and listen to all of the steps that was put out there for you guys to listen to, and that was from Don Russell, go and listen to every freaking step that he laid out to you guys. Start with step A. Tells you about the racketeering. He tells you about all of the big people up there, the Sheriff Mack, all of the managers, everybody that was a manager up there. Do your timeline on them. When was they there? When did they leave? Who was paying who? Where is the money at? Where that's what the argument is, should be out here, you guys. Where's the money? Put each person name down that you find as a suspect for Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly money disappearing. Most of it you ain't gonna find on certain individuals because Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly did spend some money. There's no way that he was just out there and didn't have control over it. Anyway, he spent some money, so you're gonna have to give us some wiggle room on the freaking money. You said that the people didn't like yesterday, and I was trying to find out what happened. Oh, that's what I'm doing though right now, Roland. I'm talking about yesterday. I don't think. Let me say this, Roland. I followed his IG page because he was doing a lot of quotes, spiritual quotes and things like that. So that tells me that he was keeping himself, just out of the midst of everything off of YouTube, right? He used that. So the only thing that he really kind of posted on the IG through the debacle that's going on was his vacation time that was in Las Vegas, and the young lady that was on the video with him. But I don't have the recording and things. I don't have that. I don't want it. There's some things you just don't freaking touch. It was irrelevant to me. I heard it, but I'm sitting here saying to myself, well, okay, well, he has to have a timeline as well, you guys. He has to have a timeline as well. So go through his timeline. Go through his timeline. It does tell you that someone did take the keys from the news media. But it also tells you that at that time that they were trying to get Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly out the studio, whisk him away. Well, if he was getting whisked away, then the news media would have continued to follow him and been a nuisance. Now, I don't know if the keys were taken away to prevent them from following along with Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly, but I kind of feel like that's why the keys were taken away. It is a good piece of of connecting the dots on who was there, why you were there, why was these keys taken from the media, who took the keys from the media so that they can't travel along with Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly. But I'm just saying, this is the middle part of it. You guys are at the middle part. He said to go back to the beginning. I'm sorry. If you go back to the beginning of what Don Russell had told you guys, this man laid the whole map out for you guys. And guess what? Maybe you will stumble up on some things about Don Russell. Just maybe. He put in your face. And so if you can go down that timeline, starting from all of them people at the top, the Cheryl Mack them, the Barry Hanks and them, all of these big time managers and stuff, go back to Demetrius, go back to all of them and trace the goddamn money. This situation didn't just happen and fell out on your lap. This situation Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly is in is because of these people from the very beginning doing whatever they had chose to do to him, blindsiding him in some things. Now you have his, let's call it his leisure team, the people that likes to hang out with him at the cigar bar or at the basketball thing. All of that stuff you can find out. Everything has cameras and make the phone calls. Find out who was there. I did find some discrepancies in the IG recording. I did. You said that he did say that, well, they were looking for the basketball things or whatever, and he kept saying it's like he couldn't identify Don Russell at one point. But then it was like, well, you talked to him and he came to one of the gyms that they kind of opened up for him. So there were some discrepancies there. So one thing for sure, two things for certain, y'all. Something is wrong with my Zoom, so I don't know. And if I close it out, it just might zip you guys off. I don't know. But you know what? Let me see if I okay, let me see if I got it now. Nope, it just won't. It just will not freaking work. Hold on. It's always something with Zoom, you guys. I'm stopped coming on Zoom so much, but it's always something. But the timelines are there, you guys. The timelines is there. I was gonna drop the link and see if somebody wanted to come on and talk about it, but some crazy reason my Zoom won't work, so I'll just have to talk to you guys. I don't know why. It's there. And when you start getting people coming out of the woodwork to just start pointing fingers and pointing fingers and pointing fingers, it's something, you guys. It's something there. However, you're not going to know what's there until this all plays out in the court of law. It has to play out in the court of law at this point now. It really, really does. But I don't know if there's a guy that's going to come out and give you guys the whole timeline, including his timeline, including, he said he was here. He said he was there. All you gotta do is go fact check it, and that'll kill all of the beef and the arguing and the back and forth about it. It's like, so I don't know. They say that it was all of the friends, all of the friends. Hey, 312. Hey, Lori, Amber, Joy. Hello, ladies. Hello, everybody. Said it was his friends, but I don't know, y'all. It was the message about the key, about the stolen key from the news thing. So, and if you found some suspicious then why hasn't Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly been arrested back then? Why didn't he not get a charge for that? I don't understand that. I don't understand that. If the fingers are pointing at him and the IG audio felt that away, that he was in there scamming and doing these things, why wasn't he picked up? And he tells people that, well, Russell didn't even get in the sprinter. He was in the sprinter with Mr. Kelly as they took off, and we saw that. We did. It was Don Russell and a whole bunch of other people. It was a whole bunch of other people. Have everybody identified all of those people on there? Here I am. Okay, I got it back working. There we go. I got it back working. Not on my green screen. I ain't making no motherfucking bed. I ain't cleaning up nothing. I got to go to goddamn work. Period. And I get it when I get home. So that goes for all of the ones that likes to, and then find something to point out on your screen. I'm good over here. So irrelevant. Money first. I got to go make money. That bed going to survive. But anyway, so I don't know. What are you guys are thinking? Because I can't see that. I can't see it. I really can't. I can't see it, you guys. So somebody, please, come on the stream. I got a few minutes, I think. Yep, I got a few minutes. What do you see different? What do you guys see different? Because all I see is just shenanigans show to continue to go on. I think that people need not to take the IG audio personal. I really don't think that it should be taken personal, because everybody has the right to speak their opinion about something. And his opinion was that he feels that a lot of people should just be quiet or whatever, because he allegedly called, you said no buttons. Okay, no buttons. A lot of people, is lying about a lot of things. It's not the outside people that really matters. What up, y'all? I'm not gonna push a button. I'm not. It's not the outside people that matters. So you know what I'm saying? It's the focus should be staying on the people that has been in this camp. Do your timelines. Go and it's gonna take a lot of goddamn work. That's why with me, I leave it up to the courts. It's a lot of goddamn work. You got to pull each and every last one of these people. Did you go and identify all of those people that ended up at that McDonald's with him? Did you identify those people? Did you find out all of their moves? Did you? And a lot of this is really hard. A lot of it is really hard to talk about, you guys, because in some sense, we'll be out here speaking like we are Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly, if that makes sense to you. You know what I mean? And since I am not Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly, and I've read this case over and over, and I understand what has happened to him. I clearly understand this stuff, but it's hard for me to be him. It's hard for you guys to be me. Only Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly can tell his story. Only Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly can tell who did what to him, what knowledge and what he wasn't knowledge about throughout his 30 years with his leisure friends, with his managers and everything. It just sucks that it just sucks because we all want to assume that we have these answers and we don't. You have to go trace that timeline. You have to go start from the beginning. His money. Go and find out where was all of his friends. Who received what money? Why you received this money? Things like that. And this is a very difficult case. This shouldn't be a personal one. Nobody should be taking this personal. You have to allow everybody to have their opinions about it, because you'll get so upset and clouded in the head to where like you'll just start saying anything. You'll create this hate thing towards people, and you don't want to feel that way. You want to be able to look in it. I heard the audio. I heard the audio, and the most important thing that caught my attention on it was this vehicle. Well, let me go and look up and see why these keys was taken away out this news media, because now the fingers are being pointed in such a bad way. The way I look at it is, it was a good thing to me. Whoever it was, they all was around him. You all was there. You wanted to whisk him out this studio, but you have a person that was there that's saying, well, no, we don't want the news media to be following us either. I can look at it that way, but to me, it just kind of looked different. Hello, Fire. Hello, Fire. I got a few minutes. What up? What up?
What's going on with
Girl, new work hours. I'm trying to adjust to this shit.
I think
You're breaking up a little bit.
am I breaking up or that too?
It ain't me. I ain't broken. What do you mean? I'm broken. I ain't nothing broken. Yeah, I'm good. Go ahead.
Okay. Echoing, but just think that people is feelings, and I think it's more because the man could look some child all of we say everybody like you said, you know what I mean?
Well, hold on, Fire, because they say it's real bad. I don't have anything open. Are you open or not? Okay, what about now? Go ahead. Let me see.
Can you hear me now?
Much better. Okay, I turned that off. Go ahead.
Okay. So what I was saying was, I think people, you are absolutely right. I think people are more caught up in the emotional part of it. You know what I mean? I think that people caught up in the fact that he mentioned channel names, and he said their favorite blogger, or people don't want to be right or wrong about being down or for or against things, as opposed to just using this opportunity to just get the message out for Robert Sylvester Kelly. You know what I mean? And I think that this is just all what is needed to be done. I think that we already seen all the fighting. We already know we can hold our own out here. We already know it. I think that last night is just the thing that, okay, he just said everybody was liars, and that we just go ahead and just blog out and get the truth out here, so that way we can try to reach some potential jurors, hopefully, or people, whatever, so we know that we for this man and we can tell the truth, and that's just it.
Yeah.
Get out your feelings.
Yeah. Well, that one I didn't even pay attention to, because everybody out here is not going to be on the trial. You ain't. So there's no need for the emotional thing about it. I know nobody likes to be called a liar. Nobody.
Right.
But here's the thing, Fire. Here's the thing. Nobody actually have all the facts either.
Absolutely.
Nobody has. You don't have all the facts either. So I don't know.
The thing of it is that we on YouTube. You know,
Mhm.
people often always call bloggers or content creators liars or this and that and everything.
Mhm.
We all don't know the facts of anything. We go by what we investigate and what we, the best guess, really, basically, or whatever. But we all don't know. And I just want people to just don't get in your feelings about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This this is part of being on YouTube. This is
Yeah.
part of it and everything. So I've often told people to hold your blog accountable. Like when the one thing I can respect about certain content creators and yourself is that you talk about subjects. You
Yeah.
talk about things that is, you know, people should be speaking on, whether it's for R. Kelly, whether it's for people personal life. You actually bring content out here. A
Mhm.
lot of people don't do that. You know what I mean? So, I think people just need to go back to having their bloggers blog out. You can always, if he's saying that you're a liar, you can always make a liar out of him and just
And
blog
keep
out
it
and
and keep
do
it
what you need
moving.
to do. And keep it
Keep it
damn moving.
moving.
That's it.
That's
You know
cool.
what
Yep, and keep it moving. Like I say, my attention is solely on what's going to be going on in the court. It is not my job to say, well, this person did this person has done that. What I do is say, this is what I believe. You guys can look into this because I wasn't there.
I mean?
I
Right.
wasn't there. I can't
Right.
tell you a damn thing about none of those people that was around Mr. Kelly. One thing that we do know for sure is if it is even true to that fire, and that is if he's broke. I don't know. I can't
You
tell
know
you that.
what? I got my own take on that, but I'm just gonna keep that to
I
myself.
know. I'm like, I don't know. I can't tell you. So we just follow the stories, but everybody is, most of the people, panties and is in a little bunch because of the IG audio. I watched your video this morning. You had your perspective on it about some things, and he did say everybody, to stop the lying and everything. But I don't know. I'm okay with his opinion. I'm
Me
not
too.
okay with the coming out in the pointing of like I just showed with the article about the car. It's like, well, okay, you're saying that you didn't know him, but then you do know him, and then you didn't know him, and then he was at the gym, and then this incident happened immediately. If you are there to protect Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly, then if that was a problem, why didn't that problem get dealt with? That,
Absolutely.
those are the type of things that I'm like, well, wait a minute. So now isn't the time to come out to say, well, I don't know who he was. To me, he should have just let that part be at ease and let it roll for what it's worth, because at the end, it's going to come out in the wrist, right? It's going to come out.
Right.
So
Right.
it's like, okay, but he touched and opened up something with the people out here to made it kind of seem like, I don't want to say feelings because that's part of emotion, but it made it seem like, well, wait a minute, we just finished last week episode with the big boy over there, and then this, and then whammo, then he's appeared with the pointing of a finger, like it ain't me, it's him. I don't know who he is. When the last season was just about him. So it just kind of, I'm like, oh, I don't think I would have touched
You
him.
know what? I did, and I caught that. I caught that. But
Mhm.
because, like me personally, I don't do as many lives as you guys do, or
Mm.
I don't have as many people on my channel. I don't do a lot of interviews, so I don't know none of these people. But what I did take was what got it for me is when he said, "Okay, I know that what's his name, DJ Tyson, has spoke his piece on his channel about the situation when he was listing names of channels, right? And then he said some other ones that he haven't mentioned or whatever else. Okay. However, but then when he came back out and he did the part follow-up, Mr. Edie did a follow-up on that. He was saying something about knowing the other guy over there. He said, well, he's a fan. He don't know. I was just confused about all of that. Like, I'm not like, okay, you debunk knowing him really. You know what I mean? So people can stop saying that he knew them. But then again, you said you talk. I don't know, girl. It's just crazy to me. It's just
It,
crazy. But anywho,
yeah.
the man saying he ain't know nobody basically, and everybody goddamn lying. And I'm just like, okay, everybody in their feelings, but people mostly in their feelings because of what they believe.
Mm-hmm,
People don't want to be wrong about what they believe. You know what I mean?
mm-hmm.
That's what it's really trickle all down to, like, if people, like, I don't know none of these men, so I can just use it as an example. If I was down with Steven, okay, just say a Steven was involved in this. If I was down with somebody named Steven or whatever, and then somebody come and debunk Steven, I'm gonna be mad because I've already had my mind set that I was supporting Steven. You get what I'm saying?
Right,
So
right.
that's what I think it's all about. And I don't think people need to take it that way. I think people need to have it as an eye opener and to be optimistic about things and just to stay focused on what it is that needs to be done and get your feelings out of it and get the bloggers. I've often talked to people about their bloggers. That's why I told you you were number 9, because you were the only one that came out and was real with the shit. I said you need to hold your bloggers accountable for the things that they say and do out here. You know what I mean? And
Mm.
so some of the things that he said that he told somebody, I've often told somebody when I was talking with him as well. So he wasn't lying about everything that he was saying or whatever, but he just said that everybody on YouTube was lying. And I was like, oh Lord Jesus Christ, like, what is he talking about? But then again, even as a blogger, there's a lot of things that people say and do and converse with that I don't know nothing about. But what got me was when he said something about the recordings. I was like, oh Lord.
Like I said, there's a timeline to be followed. It definitely is. It's a money trail and it's a timeline. It takes a lot of work to complete a timeline. It's a lot of fact checking. It's a lot of researching, and you can't just come out and do your, this or this or that and be factual about it without a freaking timeline. You got to show a timeline of how you got this. Where,
Yeah.
how did you get to this solution? A lot of people are asking, why didn't he include Bookham's name in his audio? To me, his focal point was on pointing out, in his opinion, liars. Okay, if had he put Dana's name in that audio, he would have clearly opened up another can of whoop ass, because he was talking about people lying. So had he put his name in there, then everybody would have been contesting that, because we all know that he knows him. He did a protest with him. He was down there not with him. He didn't walk with him, but he did show up to do his glorifying speech. So he couldn't put him in there, because then everybody would have been like, well, no, that's a lie. That's a lie. You do know him. We saw you this. We saw you, so it was best to kind of.
But then he did say that he didn't know him like that.
He didn't know him like that.
That's what he said. He said, I did not know. He said, well, I only gave him my number because Rob said he was a fan that followed him for a long time, and all that. He was a fan.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he said. Rob said that he was. And then he said that he didn't know him like that, but he did call him a couple times, and he said that he didn't like the way he was disrespecting people on his channel. He told him to stop several times and he wouldn't. But then again, that person said that Will Eady told him to stop several times and he wouldn't, or whatever. But Will said he didn't even know him like that. He's like, then he went on to say he's second guessing him.
Yeah. Iris from UK wants to know, well, why is it all coming out before the trial? Well, let me put my opinion on it, and then you can take it from there, Fire. What I'm thinking is distractions. That's all you're gonna get is distractions. This Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly's trial, it's on its way. And if his trial is on its way, yes, a few things can be changed when the prosecutors chooses to speak and bring different people on the stand, but they still have to go through cross-examination time if chosen by Mr. Kelly's legal defense team. So everybody can talk. Go ahead, talk and say what you want to say. Do what you want to do. But I don't know. What do you think, Fire? I don't know.
Well, if they really think about it, back in 2019, we often told them people that people want to leave and come back. Mm-hmm. We said this. I remember when Blockbender said something about it. He said, you're going to see people closer to the trial you're gonna see people vanish. And then he said, when the trial get closer, you're gonna see people resurfacing. You're gonna see new people coming.
Mhm.
So, and you're gonna see people who didn't speak now speaking, and it's coming. And now you know that the trial is near. When you start seeing people who held their tongue for so long, you actually know that it's near. And so it's not even. I just knew it's some more people gonna come out. It ain't just Will Eaty. It's gonna be a whole lot more
But
stuff coming out.
he's always been on Instagram, and I feel like a lot of people followed him, and I'm sure they did because everybody was, had a scope on everybody, right? So, but as I'm watching him do his IG, and like I say, and he showed his video in Vegas and everything, I can't understand since the people are everybody concerned there was hardly no messages or comments under any of his postings. That's how you would have opened them up, go
Right.
keep going, but nobody ever. They just watched him post and kept it moving. But if you really wanted to know, he was there. He was never hiding off of IG. He's there every freaking day posting something up. So I don't know. I
Yeah,
don't
well,
know.
yeah, some people was mad because he didn't mention the ops name. I mean, you got to think like that. That's self-explanatory. You know, if you know where they stance is, there's no reason for you to mention them.
I agree with Audra says that he also says that he was not there as well for 2 weeks. So it's yeah. I mean for two
Yeah,
years, for 2 years, So this is a sticky situation, Fire.
I know, I know. You know what? I just
This is
was like,
sticky.
wow, and see, the thing of it is, I've often questioned back in in 2019 when people were doing it. This was back like when Faces was on heavy, and I was often questioning like, why is all these people doing these interviews with people and they're not getting any answers? Like,
Doggone. Mm, uh, uh, it just wasn't my era. It
that wasn't mine either. I was like, wait a minute. I
wasn't.
can do that. No, they're not getting no answers. They just on here just to be on here. You're not
You know,
getting nothing.
Another thing though, Fire, you can bring them on, and the crazy thing is just like the real world. I can invite you over here and sit you down. You only gonna tell me what you want me to know. So what the hell?
Right, right.
People are only gonna tell you what they only want you to know, whether if it's factual or non-factual. It don't matter. So it's like, why be bothered with it?
Why be bothered with it, right? Because
Really
nobody is
bothered with it.
saying anything, and then you don't know who set up who, and it was so early on. I was just like, nah, I'm staying away from this stuff. This is an open case. I
Mhm.
ain't trying to get my butt up in no damn paperwork. So let me get my stay my ass out.
I ain't got time. I got to go to work.
Ain't got
My
time for
boss
that.
will get me if I don't show up. Where you was at? Shit, somewhere down in some goddamn courtroom talking about some R.Kelly. I don't think I get excused for that type of absence. Fuck that.
They're gonna be like, wait a minute, they're gonna be like at the post office, he ain't covered under the union.
None,
They
none,
they
girl.
the US Post Office, damn it.
And ain't none of these people coming down there to bail me out. So ain't
And
none
so
of these
what?
people out there to get
And
me
it
drunk.
doesn't showing
It
you gonna
ain't even
then
worth.
you gonna be hollering Pep. You gonna be like, wait a minute, I'm a federal agent.
I look.
Like that doesn't mean the post office.
Girl, it's a very, very, very sticky situation. I think that with other people, if I will have my opinion, was it just untimely? I'm like, hold on, Will. I mean, we just got done with the goddamn Don Russell shenanigan week. They got to give us a break out here. These episodes coming too fast, girl. Hold on. I don't know. And then especially right after, you can see how people are looking at it with, I guess, Bookham somewhere allegedly losing a channel or something like that. And it was like, and that boy fight fire with fire.
Girl, look,
He
he
just
do
don't
that and
stop. So
and then he gets mad at everybody
yeah,
because somebody emailed me and said he put my name in some stuff. And I'm
yeah,
like, what the hell? I have to do with
everybody,
this stuff.
everybody. He took his.
Everybody. When
He,
he gets mad at
he did.
everybody that he ain't getting along with.
Yeah, he did. He did it though the other day because he took his strike that was, I guess, somebody else than did. and intertwined Russell into doing it. I know he sent the people to do it and he requested it until where now he didn't say nothing about getting the other people into much trouble, whoever, because he said he figured it was a group of people, but he gonna get to Don Russell people with the pre-trial stuff and make sure that they know what's going. And I was like, what?
Girl, look, I
You
don't know. Here's the
what?
thing.
Let
When
me
I
know
was
when the
on
sun
Randa's
turn blue,
channel,
boy. Gee.
When Randa came on her channel and said that Bookham channel, that's when I learned that his channel was taken down on
Mm,
Randa's channel.
mm.
And I had just dropped in there. And I was like, damn, I thought she had her channel monetized. And I was like, why you ain't got your damn channel monetized? Because I know she was trying to get 1,000 subscribers, but I was like, she got over 1,000 now. You might as well go ahead and monetize that because you know she comes on live a lot.
Right.
And next thing you know, he got mad at everybody, and and somebody said he screamed my name, and then they showed me a clipping of him saying "and spitting fire." I'm like, okay, and I know that you get baited out here. I don't reply because I'm not going to take the bait. I got other things to do. You know what I'm saying? I spit fire when I want to. You know what I mean? I burn you up when I feel that you need to turn into ashes. I don't do it just because you want me to give you attention. So, I just don't do that. But the thing of it is, she said that she got his channel taken down because he put her child out there. Her child, not my child, not your child, not
Right.
somebody else's child.
Right.
How he gonna put us all together? She said it
It was a
verbatim,
group.
word for word. And I would hate for him to actually put people's just throw other people's name in it and get other channels struck down because I'm telling you, I work hard for my channel. And you come after me, I'm coming back harder for you. So I don't want to play that game.
I'm with this right here though, since a lot of fingers are being pointed towards right now Don Russell. Are these people aware that they can get together and file like a civil suit or something, go and hire an attorney, go and find probable cause for them to say we have believed that this man has done so and so to R. Kelly. They can start a whole nother case. Go do
Well,
it.
you know what? I
Go
think
do it.
that
Don't talk about it. Go do what you feel. If Bookham feels that he should be under the jail, and a whole bunch of other people that's in the camp or whatever, and we're gonna point all the fingers, go and get him. It doesn't take much. A little money. You gotta have to hire some people. So
it take a lot of money. It take
okay, so why won't they do it that way? Then they'll kill
because
it.
people. First of all, people ain't gonna spend their own hard
Why
earned
not?
money.
But if you could talk about it, fire, you can surely spend some money now. Come on.
You would
Come on.
think that don't mean people would do it, but people would talk about it, but when it comes time to donate money to doing something, they would be like, you know what I mean? They put on the brakes on you in a minute now when it comes to
the
that dollar
finger,
bill.
the finger go up by. Oh, hold on. I just remember. Man, I gotta take my baby to the doctor's office, man.
Right, I forgot I got
I
a doctor.
forgot I got a family reunion this weekend, man. I gotta get tables and shit, man. I can't be doing it. But
I think people got themselves too involved
I think
to the
so. It's
point where
it's an easy thing to do. It's a really
yeah, they
easy
got
thing.
themselves so involved in who they're down with that they forgot what the cause is for. And I think that it's only a few that's focused on the fight for what they originally came in here for. I think a lot of people have lost their way.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? They really lost their way. They for their blogger, who they down with this side, that they really have lost their way. And I think that the people who lost their way, they need to take this as a light bulb to come on and to get back focused.
Mhm.
That's all I think they need to use this as.
Oh boy, I'm just not a in the feelings person. You can't fight.
Right.
You can't fight something big with feelings. Well, I
What
feel this
emotion?
way.
Yeah,
I feel
that's
this
right.
way.
That's a wreck. That's
Mm-mm.
a wreck.
Can't do it.
Yeah.
Can't do it. Can't get too connected to people because then they'll allow you to be feeling the way they feel, and I can't feel the way you feel. I want to still be friends with good people, but I also want to be able to have my dialogue where it's going to come a time where I'm going to disagree with what you're saying, and I don't
Right.
need you to want to come
Right.
kick my ass because
You disagree.
I
That's the
disagree.
point.
I
Like that's the point that I like. Like I like having debates or disagreements about things that matter, and we still can be respected,
Listen,
and I can still
girl,
come on your show. That's
it,
just what this is supposed to be about. Not if you disagree with me, f
I
you,
hate,
fuck
yeah.
you. We ain't friends no more.
Mm,
Fuck the One Papoose show and all that kind of stuff. It ain't supposed to be all about that.
mhm,
It's
mhm.
supposed to be about, like commentators do it all the time. They argue all the time. And then they come on the next morning and
That's
argue about
good.
something totally different.
Girl, go on out and have them a margarita and decide what tomorrow's topic is gonna be.
Absolutely. That's how it's really supposed to be.
Yeah.
People
But
too emotional.
it's
They too emotional.
sensitive because it's Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly.
I don't think it is. I think they're sensitive, Pep, it's because of how they feel and who they believe in.
mhm,
Once you take the time to believe in something and you rock with something, it's really hard to turn that switch off. It stopped being about Robert Sylvester Kelly when all this bickering hadn't it started and nonstop.
mhm.
It ain't been about Rob for a long time. They use his name because it sounds good, but it ain't been about Rob for a long time.
Yeah. Well, honey, I don't know. I just sit back and, I be at work and I be like, OMG.
Girl, I do my
Popcorn time.
video.
I call it popcorn time. And then I just listen. But like I say, I only just popped on because of that there. It just caught my interest because to me, he just kind of took it back to the beginning of where everybody, where the message came from about um, Don the Con and things like that. What we see here, an incident did happen. And if you were there and if it was all to protect Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly, this is your good friend or whatever, why wasn't that handled? And I just can't condone, I can't get jiggy with it for something that didn't happen. And now 20 years later, oh, you want to point that fact out. That's what I be having a problem with a
Right.
lot of this stuff. It's
Some
like,
things, even though I didn't cover it,
I'm
but there
like,
were just some things that I didn't agree with what he was saying either. I just thought it was a non-factor because I don't follow him and don't know him and don't give a shit. But
right.
one of the things that I felt that was really odd was the fact that you called him your brother consistently
Mm,
last night. Well, it would seem to me that you would have took control over his belongings and his possessions and things and make sure that it was secure. You know what I mean? Especially for
good
a man that
question.
you automatically
Good,
said that you do not trust.
good
You know what I mean?
question.
If you
Yeah,
already said you didn't trust him, and then you said, I don't know how he got his belongings. What do you mean how you not know? That's your
you,
brother's stuff. You're
you
supposed
would
to
be
know. If you don't know, you need to be the one finding out.
okay. So now you see the discrepancies that makes people get into their feelings and start this rage. It was
Right. But you can't get into your feelings and try to get into the bottom of it because you're too emotionally involved.
mm,
It's you and I who are not emotionally connected. Just
mm,
like people got into their feelings because I did commentary about it. Well, I'm still a blogger. I'm still a blogger. So if it's out there, if there's a story out there, I'm going to put it out there. You know
mm.
what I mean? And I'm going to have to be unbiased. I'm not for a side. I'm not a Don Russell believer or well, I ain't from no Angelo, but I'm not a Don Russell. But I don't know these people. I don't know. I never talked to this man. Don't know this man.
Just gotta
Ain't
let it
never.
play
I
out.
don't even know. I don't even know if he's know what a spitfire is. He might not even know my channel, and that's fine too. And I hope he don't. But it's crazy. But when people automatically get involved to the point where they say they believe this person or believe that person, or you shouldn't believe, you should believe evidence.
Uh-huh. Well, I'm gonna have to put this one on you though, Fire, because like I said, Don Russell has given everybody everything that they need to go look at. And if he's giving everybody everything that they needs to go and look at and it don't fact check, then you know what? Now you guys do have a person to actually point your finger. But this man gave everybody's name. This man put down his dialogue about the algorithm of Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly's money, his music and everything. He kind of did. And I get that little trip up that he had. It makes him look like a total different person. of, and everybody's trying to find out, well, well, why would he do that? That was stupid. Now he's in an indictment, and being in an indictment, that's going to make him be against Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly because he's going to be pressured to take a plea deal and all of this stuff. I see it different with Don Russell, and I'm sorry.
Well, I don't see it no way, one way or the other.
Yeah.
I'm just saying what others have. I
Uh-huh.
don't have a way to feel it because I never even followed him. Like you knew more than what I know. I didn't know all of that. You know what I mean? Because I never followed him at all.
It's
You
just
know what
that
I mean?
nobody else has come out to actually give a timeline. Nobody
Okay.
else has come out to give you steps on go look here, go look here, go look here. And he's done that. So
Okay.
that at this one, but like I said, if Don Russell has some doings that hurt Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly, I always say he will reap what he sowed just as well as the other ones have. But if I
Right.
got a person that's gonna give me the map, and I can now, it's up to me. It's not up to
Right.
Don Russell to prove himself innocent. Okay, now it's up to me to go and see what I think. And,
Right.
and from what he put out here, it's a lot of goddamn researching to do. It really is. But since I'm not the attorney or the prosecutor, I chose to not do so.
I know that's right because that's a headache.
Because
That's a headache.
you can dig into something that you just don't want to know. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Ah,
Absolutely.
I
I
don't know.
don't think I want to know that because I don't think no, I won't nobody asking me no questions. You know
That's
what I mean?
like
So
this.
I didn't even know that. Like I just never really followed Don Russell at all. You know what I
Mm-hmm,
mean?
mm-hmm.
So I never had a say one way or the other, or
Yeah.
even a say period.
Yeah.
But what I just think that this whole thing is strange.
Okay,
I
but
think.
I got a question for you. I got a question for you.
Mhm.
I got about 10 more minutes and I got to get up out of here. I got a question for you. Edie said that he was like God brother, right? You do know
Okay.
that Edie resides somewhere probably along Chicago coast, right?
Right. I do know that much.
Why do you suspect? I'm just gonna ask you. Why do you think that Bruce Kelly didn't parole off with him? I mean, I'm just asking for a friend. I'm just asking. Why he? Why? Why was
Well,
he
you know how that
paroled?
goes with
I'm
family.
like,
Like,
okay. So, but I just make my point to you is that everybody, until this case gets settled in the court of law,
right.
those 12 jurors is just suspicious right now.
That's just suspicious. You know what I mean?
It's just
Look, I
suspicious.
said it in the commentary that I think a video that I put out the other day,
Uh,
last week or something, when the Don Russell thing came out and everybody was talking about Don Russell and all this and that. I said, look, first of all, I don't know how he got his lungs, and I ain't down with Angelo, but I find it odd that they even know each other enough, considering that you claiming what you claiming or alleged what R. Kelly's supposed to have done to your daughter, that you would even know or even be involved or even have an argument with these people.
mhm.
And nobody took what I was saying on that. They just was like, nobody ran with it. And I thought somebody was gonna pick that up and ran with it, but nobody did. So I was like, oh well. You know
Mm,
what I mean? You gotta think, you got to really, like the subscribers, they have to really ask themselves, why do you even know each other enough to feud?
mm.
You get what I'm going with
Yeah,
this?
I do. I do.
Okay. That's all I just want to know. That's
I
the
do.
only question I want to know. So no,
Yeah,
we don't have the answer to that. We don't know.
we don't know. No,
We
gotta wait
don't
it
know.
out. Everything has to be waited out, though. This is God. Everything it's became about everybody else, and it's you did this and you said that. We are way off key when it pertains to Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly. Way off now. Way off the Richter scale. I'm like, I be sitting there like, what in the hell is going on around here, girl? I'm like, no, I don't do toxic fire. Yeah. I don't like unnecessary stress. And when you're looking around the R. Kelly sector, baby, this is some very unnecessary.
It does some unnecessary stress. That's why I just like,
Yes,
look, I am not an R. Kelly blogger. I am a blogger.
yes.
I am an R. Kelly supporter because I believe that he has done wrong in our legal system and everything. I believe the way that they went about doing it is absolutely wrong. I've often told people they need to go after the law. People did what they want to do. That's fine too. I'm gonna support anybody, anything, because I can't tell people what to do. If I want to sit up there and support people who support a cause in which I believe, I'm just going to show support. You know what I mean? Trial and error is everything that people in life have to endure. You know what I mean? We only get better by the mistakes that we made, and hopefully we learn from them and we be greater when we come back. You know what I mean? And
Mhm,
that's just what I want to say.
yeah.
So I'm gonna let you go ahead on and go to
Yeah,
work
I'm gonna get my butt up out of here, and I'll be
so
having.
you can make
I
that
got to
call.
reload on popcorn, though. I gotta make sure I reload, girl. I'll be
Okay,
going through
just
boxes of.
because they're going to tell you just because you talking about the R. Kelly case and he got some Fed charges and everything, that doesn't mean the post office get involved in it. That ain't the federal agents that they talking about. They talking about the one
They gonna be like, "You what?" I'll be like, "Yeah, I'm gonna need this week off right now. I'm dealing with some."
you like his attorneys about his union rep.
I'm dealing with some shit. I need a week off. Oh Lord, no! I just, fire. I just like to talk about it. I am, not invested into it like I see a lot of people are, because I don't want to be upset. I don't want to point fingers and be out here where you did this and you did that, when I know for a fact, this is a fact. This ain't no opinion, fire. That no matter what this Kelly sector says and how you say it, it's got to play out in the court of law.
In the court of law,
Going to be 12 people that decides that man's fate, whether we like it or not. Doesn't matter.
or we like it ain't nothing else that we can do about it
Doesn't
at this
matter.
point. And I've
Doesn't matter.
often told people, I told him to go after these laws. I said, that's where his issues at was with the law. It's not with nothing else. It's not with these people anymore. It's not even with these accusers because the
They,
law, the government has took over.
they have done their job, whether
They've
it
done
was to hurt him or to help them. Their job is completed.
it.
Their
Yeah.
It's not in it. Now, you guys can take it a step further. Not I'm talking about you guys, because I gotta go to work. But y'all could build your own cases against them. Go get them. Each and every last one, if that's what you guys choose to do. And go tell these, write your paperwork up, tell them this is what you feel. Cause that's what you're gonna put on there. Y'all gonna feel some shit.
Yeah,
And
because you ain't got no concrete evidence
go do it.
because you emotional. So it's what you feeling.
Then you get to go through exactly the case like R. Kelly. That's all it takes. You're mad at this person, go find probable cause to bring that person in there and get and get that person going on their own indictment or whatever, because of what you feel or whatever. Other than that, this got to play out in the court of law. That's
Right.
that. We can come on here and keep talking about it. Some days it'd be fun though, fire. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie.
It does. Hey,
Because
look,
it's
it's
a cat and
content.
mouse. It's cat and mouse chase game. So you gotta laugh at some of this shit though. I'd be like, oh my god.
But the distraction out here is real. We've been telling people the distraction is real,
Yep.
the setup is real. It's all real, people. And I just tell people, and people want to believe what they want to believe. And you shouldn't just believe anything. Like, that's no different than them people with the Times Up saying believe women. We ain't just believing shit.
Yep.
Don't just be believing anything. You know
Nobody,
what I'm saying?
yeah.
Be neutral in this shit and let it be known what to do and to support R. Kelly, and that's it.
That's pretty much it. That's all
That's
you do.
it.
If you feel it in your heart and you walk by faith, he'll be coming home. That's how I
Right.
feel. There's no need for me to be rah, 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 and rah, 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 rah. It's in here. And if you have that spiritual faith, like a lot of people say y'all do, ain't no way y'all should be out here arguing back and forth on nothing. If you have that faith
Or
in you,
believe in somebody or
believe
side with one side
exactly,
or another.
or believe it. or believe it. The
That's
court
right.
say he's just a man. But let me get my butt up out of here. I'm gonna try to come on this weekend. You guys don't forget, it will be ladies' night again. Come on, have some fun. I'll open up the ladies' night so we can have
So,
someone
so
to.
Pat, before you get off,
Yeah,
I got a question for you.
yeah.
JoJo gonna come on because JoJo like it when you wore that black top the
You
other
know
week.
what? If anybody else speak about that damn look, girl, hey, I'm a woman. You know, so
JoJo
my,
like to do JoJo like to do shoulders. JoJo said
girl.
he
Well, you know, you get a little vulnerable, but you stay grown with it. Ain't no,
yeah, you
you
stay
know,
grown with it, but
you
I
stay
said, that's
grown with
right,
it.
JoJo. Ask her, did she wear that for you? That's right. Go for it, bro.
I'm gonna tell him I'm gonna wear the black top again. See if he'll come on.
Okay. All right.
All right, I gotta get up out of here, though. I'm gonna read the chat just for a little bit longer, and then I'm gonna go. You have
Bye.
a good day, huh?
You too. Bye bye.
All right, bye. All right, so yes, Forensic, you're Mr. Live. So now you got to go and have your show so I can come over there on your show, Forensic. I already subscribed to you, so I'm going to be waiting for you. I also waits for a stand-up because I love her morning inspirations, but somehow I misses hers. So I'm gonna have to have her call me and be like, I'm K-Pap, I'm coming on because I absolutely love her simple, easy inspiration. But you guys, that's why I popped on this morning because it was something like that. It just it just caught, just caught a little bit of my attention. I'm okay. Everybody gets to come out and do their opinions. And like they say that they said that it's probably gonna be more people. More people. It's just the timing of things. We just had this last episode, with the Don Russell kind of back and forth thing, and Don, the con and the con and the Don. But like I say, you guys, I'm gonna have to I'm gonna stay where I am right now with Don Russell. And I don't know him or none of that. But if I got somebody that is coming out, and I'm not here to try to solve no case, I'm just here, just indulging myself in some of the write ups and things, just like you guys are. Yes, it's fun playing Inspector Gadget sometimes. It's fun. But sometimes it can get out of our league where you got the fold. You know what I'm saying? But I like having fun with this one, and it's knowledgeable. It's preparing you guys for another big case down the road. You'll be able to relate to it and bring back and combine some of the old with the new to get to some things like her name's like a forensics. You know what I'm saying? You treat it like forensics. You kind of just have all of your weapons there where you're able to engage in some things based off of some things from the past. But I'm gonna have to do so, you guys, and that's only because he gave a goddamn blueprint, the foundation, and he is the only one. Bookham didn't give me shit to run on, nothing. Bookham didn't give you a goddamn thing. Who else was out here? It was quite a few of them that came out, I think. That's where I'm gonna have to stand. Had he gave the blueprint, he might have been a little bit convincing. No, his motive was to be out here to be arguing back and forth and then enjoying whatever intellectual conversations with the ops over there and some people over on the Team Kale side. But it just all kind of just confused everybody to ask, well, what the fuck? What are you doing? Like, why are you over there? So he never did. He never gave you a blueprint. And with this R.Kelly thing, you needed a blueprint. And you guys can't say that you didn't. All you got to do is go back and listen to Don Russell. Write it. I have every freaking thing. Every freaking thing that he says. Every freaking thing. I can go on here now and look up and say, well, okay, well, you did that, huh? Well, let me do my research on this to see if that is fact. That's the only way you're going to get to the bottom of it. Everything Don Russell has stated and quoted, you guys, I have it. Every freaking thing. And from what I'm reading it, He's the only one out here that gave you pretty much of the blueprints of, you know, where to start. Follow the money. Follow the money. No, you're not going to be able to see how much it costs a person to go to Vegas and where they get the money from. No, you ain't going to be able to see what's in each individual's bank account. But you know, I remember the one of the twins. It was, God, I think it was the skinny face one. I don't know them by, you know, Jen or Lynn. I don't know which one. I remember her making a statement, you guys, and I think it was something about, you know, when she had left or whatever. They was, you know, she was an intern, you know, it's an intern or something, and she went to work, you know, like at a bar because, you know, they weren't making no money. I, So you were there with Mr. Kelly as an intern doing a lot of this and this and this and that. And Mr. Kelly, you left with no freaking money. You weren't getting paid or something to go and work at a bar after knowing a celebrity. After being in the presence of a celebrity and you work or was it that, mm, I'm just saying, follow the money from the beginning and trickling it on down and get to place each person in that time frame of that year. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It's crazy, dog. It's crazy. Isn't it crazy, Sharon? Sharon Monet, this is some crazy shit, right? It's crazy, you guys. Woo, what Secret Sister but God? She probably went back to sleep. I don't know. This shit hit the fan when Don said hippie broke in his car. Now we got Brothers Flowers speaking against Don. You know what? It really hit the fan when he came out to speak. When Don Russell came out to speak, it really been it's been a lot of turmoil out here. You know, everybody wants to know why. Um, you know, he didn't turn things over. You know, if he has this, why didn't you turn this over to free Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly? The crazy thing about that, you guys, and the reality of it. Yeah, Sharon, let's just watch it all play out. Now I think a lot has been said, but had he turned had he turned this information over, let's just hypothetically speak. Okay, you still here because you know you be falling asleep on me. But had he turned this information over, and I had to ask, I'm gonna ask you, Sharon. You could put a 1 for yes and a 2 for no, and only you, right? Had Don Russell turned over this alleged information that he has that can miraculously free R. Kelly? Do you really think that just that paper or that information that Mr. Kelly has alone, I mean, that Don Russell had alone, right, was going to allow Mr. Kelly to walk up out of that jail? Because I don't. I think that they had already had their minds made up after Kim Fox made that call, after Michael Avenatti had been out, after these women has come forward with this grand jury to present that they have probable cause to do so. At that point, it didn't matter. It really wouldn't matter. It had or it is going to play out in the court of law. I don't know. What do you think, Sharon? Just a yes or no? You could turn over the world right now. You could turn over the world right now. And they are determined because they, in my opinion, they want to be able to use the 2008 trial against this man. They want to do it. It's not that whether if they can or if they can't, is it fair? Is it against the law? Will it be the law? Oh, they want to do it. And where I'm from and people can do whatever the hell they want to do. It's only up to the judge to not allow it. And from what I'm reading, the judge is allowing it. So I'm sorry. And that's just how I feel about that, you guys. So we can, yes, they need a win. Absolutely. They need some motion wins. They need some wins. I agree with you. I agree with you. But it's all about when it comes to the judicial system, and there are three parts to a judicial system. You're going to have somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody that phoned in a friend, phoned in a call to a friend from somebody. When that somebody then said, well, this is how this is going to play out this way, because I said it's going to play out this way and this way. I need you to follow. And guess what? The job is going to be done. Simple as that. Simple as that. That's all it takes. That's all it takes when you are in that level of the height of your life. When you are at that level of a number amount to these people. However, I got to get up out of here, y'all. Gonna make me late. I'm gonna lose my job. However, I still question myself, you know. Here you are that has Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly, known to be a very expensive man. Rich, you know, 900 or so $1 million, close to $1 billion, you know. Man, this is what we know. This is what we heard. This is, you know, we hear it, we see it, all of this music and everything. But I asked myself, you know, here you are with Jay-Z. Forbes has him in there a little bit over $1 billion, just a little bit over $1 billion. Jay-Z must be doing something right, huh? Jay-Z must be over there. Okay. Because I thought you guys sat out here and said that they're not going to allow no black man to be sitting up here with all this money. You would never be a rich street star. So I guess, you know, if you choose to look at it that way, you know, what exactly is it that keeps him up there that high? You know, that's, he's done some things, but I'm just saying. And then to also have a wife right beside him that's sitting up there with the mega millions. They living in the other land, huh? I don't know. But I got to be on my way. I got to be. Y'all know what? I don't know. I don't know. It's crazy. Y'all have a beautiful day. I will catch you guys on Ladies Night where we can ease our mind, lay back and chill. Come on over. Ladies Night this coming Saturday night, you guys. Everybody get on up out of here and go and enjoy your day. Your girl, ONEPAPOOSE, got to go put it down on the ONEPAPOOSE grind. Don't forget to like, subscribe. Don't forget to share the channel, you guys. On that note, I am out of here. But you gotta work for it, man. You gotta work for it, man. We can cruise into the night, but what's the fucking music? Let's stay out of the light. It's better if we lose it. If we get into gear, we can head for the beach. I just wanna be near, and that's till we reach the horizon of life. Ooh.
wicked head.